a new member who's joining us today. So, welcome, Sarah. Good. Okay, well, it is 4 o'clock, and as you know, we have rules about these things that we're going to certainly stay within 1 hour. This is a monthly update call to foster communication and transparency across the chapter. So even those of us on the board typically learn something from other people who are attending the call. I will start to just say that for myself, as I'm Vilya Johnson, haven't met Sarah previously in person, co-president, and my activities right now, I'm just working because I'm leading the third empowerment class in 10 days, and so I'm working on that right now. And last week I participated in the Suncoast Searchlight panel discussion on misinformation, information, trust in the media, and so that's what I've been up to. Rhonda, do you have any comments on what you were doing at the moment?
Hi, Sarah. Well, I think we might have spoken on the phone, but we've not met before, but co-president. And let's see, my areas right now, the editorial team, we did have a editorial published last week on this hideous bill that is making its way through the Florida legislature. So lovely that we got it published. I hope that everyone on the call has been calling their representatives in the Florida and the US and asking all of your friends to do the same, because this is really a terrible, terrible bill. The other things that I'm working on with Liz, co-sponsoring or chairing the forums, and also working with Vilya to find us an advertising agency professional to help us with the promotional aspect of the Get Out the Vote campaign, so we can get our messaging intact for our midterm blitz to the community.
All right. Sarah has said that she's having her problem with her audio, so she might be going out and coming back in. So, all right, let's see. Let's move on to communications. Nancy? Oh, you're muted, Bandir.
Okay, I've been busy. It just never stops. I just don't know what to do first. But at any rate, I've just tried to keep up. Working on press releases, the website announcements, helping Andrea with the newsletter. What else? Oh, I followed every time someone asks me to do something, I say okay. So I'm helping the Y Vote contest with their communications and get out and the giving challenge and I need to update the voting questions page, and it's just whatever I can do.
And another I neglected to mention before for the newsletter, the promotion for the giving challenge. I would like it to appear directly below the president's message and above.
Okay.
Welcome new members.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be a very long newsletter.
Well, maybe we can find something that doesn't need to be.
Yeah. And Sean, do you have, as social media, do you have some communications news for us?
Yes, I met with someone who is kind of a social media expert at reaching young people and all the things you need to do for Instagram and TikTok and stuff like that. And he's sending us a proposal, to help us with that. And hopefully helping find some folks that can help us with the Get Out the Vote campaign. And met with Sharon Kunkel, and she's pretty fluent. So hopefully have some of those things done, and then still trying to work through some of the Facebook boosting ads issues. Believe it or not, when I put my phone number in, I got the code. So
You did. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
so yeah,
Huh,
so
that's weird.
I know. Um,
Okay.
so a lot of weird social media stuff, but what really works best for both Instagram and Facebook is when we have events and pictures and different things that we're actually doing, rather than promoting events ahead of time. And so as much as people can go to our social media pages and like and share what we have there, the better things will work and the more people will reach.
Okay. Great. All right. Welcome, Candy and Janet. Glad you could join us today. Okay, hot topics. We do not have a report from Carol today, but as you know, we have just a couple of hot topics coming up. The one in March on water stewardship, and then we will have one in May on voting. And that will end the hot topic series for this season. So I'm sure everybody's been following those hot topics luncheons. They're very productive. Let's see. Sean, do you want to say anything about League in Action, or
Yes.
are we just kind of holding off
Yes,
there?
so I'm in the process of, we already did all the content. I'm in the process, working with Regina to create a short video that enables people
Okay.
to just watch and go in and, know how to download the app and put it on. And then we're hoping to have a call where we can reach out to people, a Zoom meeting that we'll be setting up later.
To instruct them on how to
And
use
how to be a supporter
League in
and
Action.
what it means and all
Okay.
that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Great. All right. Membership, Debbie.
Yes, Elena and I have been busy welcoming new members, as well as continuing events in North County as well as South County. For the newer members, we work together for the whole county, but just for logistical reasons, we try to have events closer to Sarasota and closer to Venice to try to get us to come together. And we had a very successful event on January the 31st. We had 38 people who were there. We talked, it was new members as well as recently new members, and they learned about.
Be talking, yeah.
Yep.
Can
That's-
you
Yes,
mute?
Yeah, thank you.
Mike, can you mute your site? Mike?
Maybe he can't hear us.
Oh, maybe he can't hear it.
Mike, can you hear us? No, looks like he cannot.
I think that's what the problem is.
Elena, maybe are you able to mute individuals or no?
Yes.
There.
Okay, let me.
And Debbie, you
we're
were
good.
talking about the Northport event, right?
Right.
You
No, I
just
was
failed to
talking
say the name.
when January the 31st up
Right.
at Gulf Gate when we met.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Where's your fit? We had 38
Looks like it's okay.
attendees,
Uh-huh.
Well, it can be because I can't hear them.
9 leaders. We had
It's not
our
okay because I can't hear
presidents.
them. Someone's
Okay,
always
hold on
talking.
1 second, Debbie.
can-
Elena, I can't message them because I'm not the host, so maybe you can message them and tell them to go to the audio icon and they can call in through their phone to hear the call.
I'll see what I
And
can
maybe ask them to
do.
mute.
Well, I muted them.
Oh, you did? Okay,
I
good.
did,
Yeah,
but then they
I can
unmuted, and so
Okay.
because they're trying to
I'll
hear. Yeah.
see if I can. Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
well,
let's let's go ahead and let Debbie finish, but that would be the solution as far as I'm concerned. But okay, Debbie, I apologize. Go ahead.
That's okay. Yep. So many of us were at the January 31st event. It was the Where's Your Fit in 2026, and we felt it was very successful, along with the ongoing events that Elena organizes up in Sarasota. Her Mix and Mingle, the end of January, 19 people attended. Our South County lunch is the third Tuesday of every month. We typically have 12 to 15, sometimes 20 people who come. And in March and April, we're ongoing with events, North County and South County, and those will be on the calendar. We are also working on another membership event, maybe in May, a Zoom event for new members or recently joined members to talk about where they might fit into the league, a little bit of an orientation. So we have a lot of things going on, including a new member, Debbie Osborne, who's going to help us with a spreadsheet to keep us organized. Elena, anything else?
That is, yes, that you pretty much have captured everything. I just did want to say that at this point in time, what Debbie and I are doing, Debbie Starr and I are doing with new members we've divided up the month so that I take the first half of the month and she takes the second half. And that way we keep on top of who the new members are and reach out to them, whichever way we're comfortable with, try to contact them either by phone or email or both sometimes. And try to make sure that the new members that are coming in through the US are also in our local chapter database. So it's a challenge. Sometimes it takes a little bit of work, but we could use some help in calling new members. It's not out of the ordinary, I mean, it's not a huge task, and it could be very enjoyable and rewarding. So if anybody's interested in doing that, and like Deb said, we're trying to get some kind of a document or a spreadsheet so that everybody, Deb and I and anybody else who is calling new members, that we can keep track of them and what the outcome is of our contacts. So we're going forward, and she's, like she said, trying to get a new member orientation, which we haven't identified a new member orientation in quite a while, but specifically call it that, and then use perhaps information that is shared at the empowerment orientation or from other chapters so that we have something. But we thought Zoom might be the easiest way to reach people who maybe already have left for the summer. So that's kind of pre-planning. We're just at the very beginning stages of that, but hopefully it'll happen. So
Great. And we
But
have
I will not call Mary Pat's mother.
and we have a lot of members joining, so that's exciting. Sarah, are you
yes.
able to hear us now? Is your audio working?
We
Okay.
we
muted.
muted you because we could hear you, but you couldn't hear us. So now you need to unmute.
Okay. And we're welcoming Alexandra, and Amy and Regina have joined us as well. So, all right. Liz, how about rallies?
So everybody, we had a great rally on the what date was it? The
14th.
Valentine's Day.
I've just forgotten. Joint with Manatee County, we had about 125 people attend the rally at the corner of University by UTC Mall. So I believe that was a very successful event. We are going to participate in the No Kings rally. That would be the next one on March 28th. I saw on our calendar that someone found it at UTC. I'd been looking for downtown Sarasota. I haven't seen anything posted on that yet. So just keep your eye on our calendar for upcoming rallies.
Okay, thank you. Let's see, Sherry is not here, but I know the
Liz,
speakers
can I
group.
just say something? Liz, I missed that. We do have two No Kings rallies on our calendar.
Yes, you're right. We have Venice and
And,
we have
Oh,
UTC.
goodness.
right.
I was
And
just commenting, I was trying to find one for downtown and I hadn't seen anything yet available, or any organizer, I guess.
Venice has got a very strong contingent there.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Barbara, would you like to speak to voter services, please?
Sure. Um, well, we've just finished up two big events. We had a presentation by a returning citizen reentry program on February 12th at the Harvest House Learning Center up off Beneva. And we had about 35 people there, and they saw a film about the program. This is a program for people who have finished incarceration and finished probation and are now getting oriented towards regaining, coming back into the community. We had people from the program, including the exec director and two staff members who were graduates of the program. So it was really a very intimate kind of portrayal, because these people do it day by day. They either have participated and now they're supervising other individuals going through the various stages of reorientation. So that was very good. And then, as Debbie mentioned, we also have things down for voter registration down in South Country, and she chaired a big event 2 days later at the Northport Newcomers Day. And there was a fair contingent of people that were there and that signed up to check vote by mail and things of that sort. Upcoming, we're doing more voter registration and voter education with Speakers Bureau. So right now we are reorganizing some talks in the dates of some talks. That's why we're going to be changing dates on volunteers for going with the young adults group to Ringling for 3 different talks. We've had to reorganize the dates because of conflicts. And when we go there with Speakers Bureau, we give out voter information at the Speakers Bureau event. And then during the lunchtime period at Ringling, we have a voter education and voter registration set up at a table as well. So we have sort of 2 locations where people can get information about voting. And those events are going to happen it looks like in May and April now. They're being pushed a little later onto the school calendar. We also have some dates set up with Plymouth Harbor, which is an older citizens residential community out on, I guess it's out on Lido. It's not on Bird Key, so it must be Lido because it's connected out there near the bridge. And we're going to give some Speakers Bureau presentations, and people from Voter Services are going to be doing voter registration, checking on vote by mail, and giving out information to individuals. They very much enjoy us coming there. So that's what's kind of on the docket already. We also have, we're trying to build outreach to certain sister organizations involved in voter registration and voter education, so that we can interact with them and multiply the effect that we have on the community, make sure we're not interfering with dates and things of that sort. So we can expect more about that.
Great. Thank you. And of course, Barbara can always use more help with voter service.
Oh, yes, the pitch.
Yeah.
So this year is a voter, is an election year, obviously. We have an interesting school board election that will occur with the primaries in August, which means the summer is not going to be a quiet time. And then we have also some local folks rerunning for the House, I believe. I don't think it's the Senate, but I can't remember. In
Florida Senate,
See the Senate as well? Okay. So
Gruder is not running for re-election.
Gruder is not good because he's going to become national.
He's turned out.
National
He's turned out anyhow.
Right.
James Buchanan and Vic Rohe are running for that seat right now.
Okay. So at any event, we're going to be doing voter registration and voter education at the forums for those, elections. And we always need more people. There's just no question about it. And it's actually, I think, a good idea for yourself as a voter in Florida to take the education that's online from Legal Women Voters of Florida and become a certified person who can serve at voter registration tables for the league. Because you learn quite a bit about Florida election law when you go through taking the multiple choice test. And you can take it many times. They don't count it against you. You just have to pass it. Okay. So please feel free if you have any questions about what we need help with. We meet once a month. It's advertised on the calendar on the website. You'll see it's the third, I believe it's the third Monday of the month, 4:00 in the afternoon, and we have a Zoom. And so you'll learn more about what we're doing. We could certainly use the help. We can always use more people in an election year. Thank you.
Yes. The event calendar is one of the greatest tools we have, I
Right.
think, to keep in touch.
Mm.
I want to bring to everybody's attention, Marilyn Schwartz does not typically report at these monthly calls, but Marilyn, do you want to talk about what I want to show your worksheet, but will you tell us about what you're working on, which is part of our Get Out the Vote planning effort?
Well, when I went to the meeting on Saturday, I asked, do we have a spreadsheet about all of the organizations and the events that happen in Sarasota County? And Belia said no. And so what I'm doing now is, with Belia's help, is making a spreadsheet, the event spreadsheet, so we know when these events are happening. And if we want to do it or if we want to pursue it. I did use, Manatee has a spreadsheet like this. And so I kind of, why reinvent the wheel? But I did use some of it, what they did, and just kind of made it our own. What I have is it's just a event spreadsheet where we know what's going on each month. As you can see, I've got it tabbed. This is just in the works. This is my skeleton. I've got February, March. There'll also be April, May, June, and July. And we'll know when there's an event, the location, the sponsor, the social media site, the contact person, email, phone, other contact information, the fee, event details. The event details, I thought that would be important, so we know that the tables were provided when the setup time, starting at 8:00, follow the parking signs, whatever the contact person tells us, that makes it smoother. I did do one. I thought I made up one, Let's Vacation, and lo and behold, there was already one there. So I just thought, okay, I don't want to, I was just trying to make up one. Also, I added a column that I just added about 15 minutes before the meeting, and I didn't get it to send to Vilia, that the last column would be a comment column saying, what did we observe? Did we like doing it this year? How many people, did we serve, or what we could do better?
Perfect.
And to see when you saw that.
I have a question. So the title on the top says events spreadsheet.
Yes.
Is there some way to define that?
Community
besides
events.
Community events. Okay.
Sarasota community events, maybe?
Like what we will, Vilia's already given me some community events, and after I didn't want to put anything in until you guys all saw the skeleton and see if you could improve it. And I'm just right now going to add the community events. That was great, Elena. Also, going to looking at the Chamber of Commerce event calendar and adding those, there's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of arts and there's a lot of activities going on. And it's just not the events, it's also the reaching out to organizations, so that we can go to Plymouth Harbor. I will add that to it. Everywhere where we can go to get our voice out. Does anybody have any other comments regarding that?
I wish that besides just sending hearts and rockets, I wish that there was a cheer. I knew how to send out the cheer on the thank you is what I want to say.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Well,
This is just a work in progress.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is great.
Fantastic.
And I think it will be well used and well received and all of that. It looks like what you're thinking is maybe to add speakers bureau events in there. Would there be some way to tag them as such?
yeah, I don't know. We need to discuss that because Speakers Bureau keeps a calendar, and that's when people invite us to come and speak. I think that's a little different than community events like an art fair or neighborhood fair where we would go and table as voter services. I'm seeing this spreadsheet as a voter services tool, not so much our speakers bureau, but let's talk that through. This is,
Okay.
we're going to find our way here. But we were looking at in terms of our Get Out the Vote campaign, we were looking for where are the opportunities for us to go to the table and give our Get Out the Vote message, right? That was what this was in reference
And
to.
how to select a school board or a hospital board member brochures, how to access Vote 411. And and last year, I want to say this about the Get Out the Vote. Last year we sent a promotional toolkit to lots of organizations, and some actually used that, but mostly it was we were uninvited. And so this year, the way that I would like to approach that is to make connections, call them, ask them what kind of tools they would like, and send them those tools. And I'm mentioning that because, Janet, I'm going to be reaching out to you to ask you for some assistance with some organizations that I think you might have contacts with. Okay? Great, thanks.
Yes, anybody who has organizations in mind that could be part of this spreadsheet, organizations that have events. That's the feedback we need from our members, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Please.
All right.
It's a baby. Just a baby. It's just starting.
Okay, so let's hear from the action teams. Nancy, do you want to speak to education since Jill's?
Yes, I'd love to. Well, we have sent out our announcement on the Why Vote contest, which is empowering the next generation should the voting age be lowered. And we utilized our new board member, Isabella, to help us make sure that the announcement in Spanish was correct. I think it was initially translated through Google or something. And we already had an article in the Gondolier, and because they had the wrong link, they had to run another correction. So we got two bangs out of it. And so far, it looks like we've had the application downloaded around 60 times.
Wow.
And we're very excited about it.
Should
Awesome.
I post something on Instagram about it? Do we have a graphic or anything?
I mean, I have the original, the initial graphic, but if you need something that's jazzier, we can work on that.
Yeah, that'd be great because that's good stuff to post on Instagram to expand our youth outreach.
Yeah, and maybe that would be a really good type of thing where you interview a couple of people and get some videos, and then you have something to at least entertain people.
That
So
could be fun.
we'll work on it.
Yeah,
That could be a lot of fun. Oh. Okay. Ann Hardy could not be here. Her internet is out. But for natural resources, I'll just again reiterate that March 20th will be our water stewardship luncheon, Hot Topics luncheon. Young adults, Bonnie?
Yes. So on April 18th, we're going to be participating in Suncoast Remake Learning Days events. This is sponsored by the Patterson Foundation, and we are going to be doing something called Dessert Dash, which is a really fun activity, and it engages both young people and their parents or their caregivers. And it's all about ranked choice voting. And we did this last year and it was really well received. They actually rank their favorite desserts, and then whatever the winner is, everybody gets to eat it. So we're going to be doing this at two of our Y branches, one at Sarasota City and one down in Palmer Ranch. So we're actually looking for volunteers. If anybody is available to help us, we've got 2-hour shifts, one between 10 a.m. and 12 noon, and the other between 12 noon and 2. I'm going to put my email address in the chat. So if you are available, it really is a lot of fun. I mean, I can't tell you how much the kids and the adults get out of it. So
What's the day?
April 18th. It's a Saturday. And it's going to be actually during the, I don't know if I mentioned this, but the Y annually has a Healthy Kids Day event. So it's not just us. It'll be a lot of, people participating. And actually, Barb, as we were talking about this, I was thinking maybe this is an opportunity to also ask them if they want, a voter services table there. So, it's a possibility. Again, but as Barbara's offering all this, I'm also very acutely aware that, we have a limited number of volunteers. So I'm just going to kind of reiterate, as many of us as can, register and get certified to be voter services people, the more opportunities we're going to have, to be out there in public, because it's not just making those partnerships, it's about getting the volunteers ready to go. So I'll put my email in the chat about that. The other thing, Nancy mentioned Isabella. Now, Isabella is a junior at Pineview High School, and she was nominated by the Boys and Girls Club of Sarasota. She completed something called the STAR program, which is students taking active roles. And these students have gone through like a 60-hour curriculum, and it really prepares them to be active members of boards and advisory committees throughout the community. So her name has been put up for nomination as a member of our board. It'll be voted on by the full membership in April. But already at this point, Isabella is participating in the empowerment series. She translated, she's bilingual in Spanish. She translated the Y Vote announcement. She's already volunteered to work on this April 18th event and bring some of her friends. So, this is really powerful for us. But also, so moving off of the young adult engagement, if I may, Vilya, speak about the Giving Challenge.
Sure.
I don't know if you all are familiar with the Giving Challenge. This is also an initiative spearheaded by the Patterson Foundation, but it's one day every 2 years. This year, it's April 15th to the 16th from noon to noon. It's an easy date to remember. It's tax day. And you're going to be hearing from us. We are going to be sending out a series of 5 announcements, probably from the end of this week through the Giving Challenge. And what we are also asking for is if our members can act as ambassadors for us for the Giving Challenge. And what that would mean is kind of, echoing our messaging out to your own personal networks. And we will provide you with a very succinct script that you can use, with the links that you can use. But if you are willing to, go beyond our membership and contact your own personal networks, letting them know that, we have a plan to get out the vote this year, but we really do need the community support. But the good thing about the Patterson Foundation, they will match every donation between $25 and $100. So, anything that we get will be doubled. So that really does act as an incentive. And I guess so if you are interested in being an ambassador, again, my name and email will be in the chat. Just let us know and we'll be in contact with you. And then the final thing, the budget committee is working. We've started working to formulate the budget for the 26-27 fiscal year. And that will be provided to the members at least 2 weeks prior to our annual meeting. And then we'll all get to vote on that at the annual meeting on April 25th.
For those of you who are new and in the empowerment program, you'll learn more about this in the next 2 sessions. But for those of you who are new and not, The annual meeting is when the slate of officers and slate of board members are presented and the members get to vote on that, and as well as our budget moving forward. And this year's budget is going to be different than off year because we are in an election cycle, and what Bonnie is talking about in terms of her and Katie are working on we're spearheading our fundraising campaign, our Giving Challenge fundraising campaign, because that is going to be the bulk of the fund that we have available to do our candidate forums, to tell the world about Vote 411, about all of the resources that we have to motivate them and to fulfill our mission of empowering voters, and defending democracy.
Yeah.
It's an important moment for us.
And this year's tag is empowering today's voters and engaging tomorrow's.
Oh, that's great. I like that. All right. Thank you, Bonnie. Let's see, Regina, I see you here. Sean did report on League in Action. I don't know if you had any comments that you wanted to make. We did discuss League in Action already. Maybe not. Okay. Those are the team leader. Did I miss any of the team leaders? I don't think so. For any of the new attendees, are there questions that you have? This is a good time if you want to ask any of the committee heads or team leaders questions about activities. This is a good time to do that. Any questions? Okay.
This is Candy, and I don't have a question. I just wanted to say that I'm a new resident here, and I just joined a month ago, but I have really appreciated the emails from, I think, primarily the state and national affiliates, whatever. The emails telling me to get on there and contact the elected officials around different votes at the state level and at the federal level. I moved here from DC, and I haven't had any representation in years. And so it's very exciting to just nag Rick Scott and Ashley Moody all the time. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Good for you. And Candy, do you call directly, or do you use the app call 5 calls, or how do you just contact them directly?
Directly so far. I just, and yeah.
Okay.
But I'll try different things as I have the opportunity. I'm just
awesome.
A couple of times a week, I'm getting in there and nagging people.
Absolutely.
I don't think they share any of my perspectives on things, but that doesn't bother me at all. I'm happy to nag regardless.
More reason that they need to hear from you then. So, anyone else? Any questions? Any further comments?
I have a quick question.
Yeah, Liz.
When is our annual meeting? Have we scheduled that date?
Yes, it is April 25th, Saturday, April 25th.
Okay.
And we just decided that we are not going to have a speaker this year, which is different for us. We typically always do have a speaker, but we've decided that we're just going to focus on the members and what we've accomplished so far, and of course, getting out the vote. And so what are we calling it, Rhonda? Mobilize
for the midterms. And
that's the theme.
And it's going to be, we're working on the program because it's new for us, but we're going to mobilize the participants, the members during the program, and then we'll have the business meeting as we always do. But we're going to mobilize our members so that our members can help us mobilize for the midterms. And Candy, I'm thrilled that you were grateful to getting all those emails from US and state. You'll change your tune when you get one too many fundraising requests. But in the meantime, we just do have to keep in mind that that we are a grassroots organization, really, all of us at every level, and we, our funding comes from the community. So, and for us, our funding during an non-election year. Our funding comes from our membership for if you join at the $75 level, we get, I don't know, I think we might get $12 from that, because we get 20% of whatever minus fees. So we operate on a shoestring. We have no staff. And in the years of elections, then we have to do our own major fundraising campaign to raise the funds to do that. Anyway, I'm pitching heavy here, aren't I?
All right. Any other questions or comments?
I just had a thought about our annual meeting. Sometimes our bigger meetings, we have invited Manatee. I didn't know, I mean, and sometimes their annual meeting is the same date as ours. I didn't know if that was, including them, or we're just, they're going to do their own thing and we're doing our own thing. Okay. Just thought I'd throw it out there.
Correct.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I think this will be just a membership meeting. And we haven't done that in a long, long time, really, other than the strategic meeting that we had. But so this will be a little bit different for us, and we won't have the kind of attendance that we have had when we have a speaker. But I think that's okay. This is just going to focus on the members.
And I'm cautiously optimistic that when the message gets out that what this is a meeting, a members meeting to mobilize for the midterms, that we will have a lot of people who are wanting to find out what we have planned, because I think a lot of people are concerned about whether or not we actually even have a midterm.
True. All right. Any other comments? All right. Well, thank you very much for attending. Please feel free to reach out to any of us if you want to discuss any of the topics further. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.